It's official. Texas Republicans want a ban on Sharia law. Today is Thursday, March 5th, 2026.
Texas Scorecard presents the day's first news for the Lone Star State. The Texas Minute, with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.
Thanks for making the Texas Minute part of your day. If you have time, please share the Texas Minute with your network of your friends and family. Our goal at Texas Scorecard is to help you help others be more effective as citizens by being better informed. So to do that, let's get into today's news. GOP primary voters across Texas overwhelmingly supported a non-binding ballot proposition calling for the prohibition of Sharia law. The measure was one of 10 questions placed on the Republican primary ballot by the GOP in order to gauge grassroots priorities ahead of their 2026 convention and the 2027 legislative session. Governor Greg Abbott has promoted the anti-Sharia law proposition. He brought more attention to the issue late last year when he declared the Council on American Islamic Relations and the Muslim Brotherhood to be foreign terrorist organizations under state law. All 10 of the propositions received overwhelming assent, but the number one vote getter at 94.8% was the question about banning Sharia law. Primary voters in Harris County sent both parties' races for county judge to runoff elections on Tuesday. Meanwhile, the contest to oversee the Harris County GOP is also headed for a second round. Democrat Harris County Judge Lena Hidalgo previously announced that she was not going to be seeking re-election, setting off fierce contests in both parties. On the Republican side, former Houston City Council member Orlando Sanchez will face businessman Warren Howell in the May runoff. On the Democrat side of things, former Houston Mayor Anise Parker will square off with former Houston City Council member Letitia Plummer. Meanwhile, incumbent Republican Party Chair Cindy Siegel failed to get a majority of the votes, forcing her into a runoff with businessman Don Hooper. Republican primary voters in Rockwall County have re-elected County Judge Frank New, signaling their support for New's policies to regulate development and hold homebuilders accountable for infrastructure costs. The development issue came to a head over a proposed residential project of approximately 6,800 homes in an unincorporated area of Rockwall County. Homebuilder D.R. Horton sued the county last year, claiming that commissioners had exceeded their authority by imposing road and other infrastructure requirements on the developers. For his part, Judge New won Tuesday's GOP primary with 68% of the vote over his challenger, who had campaigned specifically on partnering with the developers. The Texas Minute will be right back.
Are you worried about your kid's future? You should be. I'm Charles Blaine with Texas Tomorrow. This is a show where we're going to talk about the issues and the people that are pushing the policies that concern your family, your home, and your kids. Catch Texas Tomorrow every Thursday.
Eight years of federal forms filed by the Barbers Hill Education Foundation show that it returned just 3% of monies it received to the Barbers Hill Independent School District. Barbers Hill Education Foundation advertises itself as supporting Barbers Hill ISD, yet of the more than $89 billion that it received during an 8-year period, it reported giving back little more than $3 million to Barbers Hill School District in the form of grants or gifts. Meanwhile, the BHEF and a developer have reportedly partnered to build a luxury apartment complex. Researchers found that the entity has acted more like a, quote, asset manager than a grant-making entity. The Texas Education Agency announced last month that it was investigating Barbers Hill ISD. You can find details on all the stories mentioned today and keep up with the latest news by visiting TexasScorecard.com. This edition of the Texas Minute was produced by Riley Edwards and based on the original reporting of Brandon Waltons, Michael Wilson, Aaron Anderson, and Robert Montoya. I look forward to seeing you out around the Lone Star State. Now, let's go make it a great day.